Welcome to the Pop Go Project podcast. I have the guys from the band Kitchen Teeth. What's up?
What's up? What's going on, man?
We've got big news. We've got big news. We're going to talk about it right out of the gate. Typically a podcast, they want to start the band's background, all that stuff. But like, let's just say people tune into this and they get 5 minutes in, like, this is boring. Not because of you guys, but because of me. Like, this guy sucks. This host is terrible. Let's talk about the good stuff that's happening, and we'll get into the history of the band. Kitchen Teeth, new album due out June 6th.
Yes, our second album, Sink Your Teeth In. It'll be available on all platforms as well as physical copies at our shows.
Whoa, physical copies.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
does that?
Uh, well,
I'm a
what is
fan
it?
of that.
We just,
I'm
yeah,
a
we
fan
do
of
it
that.
through, yeah, same. That's a big deal to us. We've been told not to do it because it's a waste of money, but we still sold a few so far of the first one. So, um,
That's old school. I want a CD too.
yeah, me and Ronnie still listen to CDs in our cars like
Hell yeah.
every day. So, yeah, we had to do it.
I mean, I feel like that's like still every like little kid's dream is like to become a musician and produce an album and put it on a CD and
That's been
Right.
a bucket list for a long time.
hell yeah.
Absolutely, that right there.
It's
Yeah,
like
because
it's
if
up.
it's just digital, you can't see it. You don't have it in your hands. It's kind of like not real. So
That's what I
I
hate
remember
about
in
it.
high school, I had all my favorite CDs displayed on my back in the back of my first car window. I had like all the Guns N' Roses CDs right there.
They were
But now
all
I can
they
display
were
my
all
own CDs.
they were all warped and faded and
Faded, yeah. Get melted.
yeah, so this is your second album, correct?
yes,
Yeah.
the first one is called Save Our Sanity, also available everywhere. We did that in we finished recording that last year around February, March time. And so we released that May 4th of last year. So yeah, about a year and a little bit more later is our second one.
And that did not make it to CD?
No, yeah, we have a CD. I
Oh,
actually got it
okay.
right
Okay.
here. Yep.
Oh, very cool.
That's the first one. The
Nice.
second one still hasn't come in yet.
Oh boy, we're cutting it close.
hmm
It is. It's
It was a
Heck,
whole thing, man. I was freaking out, but we got it taken care of. It's coming.
good, good, good. Yeah, hopefully, because the following day, June 7th, you have an album release show at Rock God Brewing Company in Danville.
Well,
Um,
actually, on the day of the album release, we're going to be on PA Live with Chris and Rachel as
okay,
well.
awesome.
That's our second time on there. The first time was awesome experience. And so we're going on there to like announce it to the world or whatever, to the world of Pennsylvania. But and then yeah, we do got Rock Out the next day.
Awesome. Yeah, because this will come out. So a week from the time this releases, the album will be available. You'll be going on PA Live that afternoon with Chris and Rachel. And then the next day, an album release show. And what I thought was really cool about that is you're doing it at a brewing company and you have your own beer to go along with it.
Yeah, yeah. Drink your
Talk about
teeth
that.
in.
To drink your teeth in. It's a cherry lager from what I read.
Yep, yep. So Ben, the guy that owns Rock God, we have a good relationship with him. Super cool guy. It's actually where Ronnie and I, when we first started Kitchen Teeth, we would do the open mics there at Rock God. And it's a small place in Danville, but we just love it. It's our comfort zone. Everyone there is always supportive and gives good feedback and actually listens to the music. So we kind of wanted to have like a homecoming, so to speak, and go back to where
Full
it all
circle.
started. Yep,
Oh, yeah. I
full
like that.
circle, yeah. And so I got a hold of Ben about doing a beer. And it's funny, like I didn't even know this until like later. Our friends in Norwood, they actually did a beer for them too, and Norwood just had their big show with the Led Zeppelin thing and the Lord
Ours
of the
is
Rings
way
thing.
better.
Yeah. The beer saying, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
me and Ronnie got to taste it last night. We had about four each, and we couldn't stop drinking it. He just finished it yesterday, so yeah, we definitely had to go immediately check that out.
Yeah,
So
you have to. I mean, were you worried? Were you worried? Like, obviously these guys know what they're doing, right?
yeah,
But I've done two beer collabs myself. A couple years ago, I did a Pop Goes Porter with Back Mountain Brewing Company, which
okay,
was really cool. But I was a little nervous. Like, not that I didn't trust him, but he's like, I want to do a coffee porter, and he's like, oh, I got a coffee guy.
That sounds good.
that I never heard of before. I'm like, oh man, like I don't know about this. This could be really good or really bad. I mean, they knocked it out of the park, but and
Coffee
then this
importer.
is
How can you?
I'm gonna hijack this conversation real quick, and then I teamed up with Mutant Brewing, and we released a beer called Peach Fuzz, which is a peach IPA
Okay.
with Fuzz 96.1. So
Uh-oh. IPAs. I like my
6.8%.
IPAs.
Yeah, 6.8%
Here we go.
IPA.
Oh, that's light.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's those double IPAs get up to like 8, 9. So this is like
Yeah.
a good one. But so yeah, so we guys like, oh man, like let's do this beer, and then what if it stinks?
Yeah, like the first conversation was, are we gonna do lager or ale? And I said ale, and Ronnie said lager, and then I eventually caved and said, all right, let's do lager. Um, I always liked every beer that Rock God has. So I was confident in that, but I was nervous of like, oh my God, like what if I don't like it? Like my big thing was that it has to be red, you know. I wanted it to be a red cherry lager. And we went and tasted it before it was carbonated or whatever, right, Ronnie?
Mm,
Yeah.
And it wasn't that great then at that
no.
moment, but so I got nervous, really nervous there. And Ronnie's like, no, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And then definitely after last night, I'm super excited for everyone else to try it. I mean, I couldn't stop. Ronnie actually like switched for some reason and got another one, and he instantly regretted. He was like, "Trade me back." I was like, "No." But
That's awesome. But it's cool that you guys thought that far ahead and like, hey, let's do this for this party. And like make it special too. Like let's tie in the beer and do it at a
yeah, you
brewed.
have to do something different to, get people to come out and stuff. There's going to be Homestead Barbecues having a food truck there that night. We actually have, I got to mention her as well, Tara McNish, from the band Soup. She's going to open for us and do a 30-minute set to start the night off at 7. So super excited. We've actually never shared a stage with her, so super excited
Nice.
to do that.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah,
You
you
seem,
coming?
dude, I would love. So I started doing this like at the wrong time in my life. I started doing this in 2020. At the time, my son was 3. Since then, we've added a second child to our family, a little girl. She'll be 3 in July. So it's like I am so
Bring them too.
yeah, back up the car. She'll be shot by the time you guys go on. She needs to be in bed. But yeah. So like always feel bad because I always want to be out supporting these events and the bands I talk to. Obviously, I've been invited to so many shows and so many release parties and so many events that I try to get to, but there's just not enough time in the day sometimes.
Right.
But
So
I will.
so you're not coming. No, I'm
Most. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, man, I'll be there, and then like I never show
yeah.
up. I
Yeah.
have it in my calendar. If I could finagle it, I will be there
All
because
right.
I'm always a fan of musicians putting out albums and going through the hustle and the grind and performing out live and obviously like again tying in with the beer and just kind of making it a big deal. So I'm excited for you guys and hope the best for you.
We'll get some
Thanks, man.
tasting videos and maybe live stream it too.
Oh, cool. That's cool. That's a good idea. Like I always get like weird about that. It's like, is the live stream cool? I guess it's cool for people who can't make it, right? But does that deter people? Like, I won't go out. I'll just watch it at home.
Um, yeah, that's a good question. Because there's like a few open mics that like live stream and stuff, and I wonder if that prevents people from actually going when they can just watch it at home instead. We've actually never live streamed before, so I mean that could be interesting. One of my friends, Danny, he's gonna come film it. My dad, he's a photographer, he's gonna come do photography for us too that night. So we'll have a lot of good pictures and should have some good video.
I guess you kind of have to do both, though. Like
Hmm.
you're reaching the audience that a can't make it and want to watch it and see you guys perform, and obviously the live show part of it too. But yeah, it's always like a weird thing. I guess that's just the age we live in too.
Hmm.
They can't get that
Unfortunately,
drink your teeth in at home. So
no, you can't.
That's true.
You gotta go to
gotta
the
go.
show.
Yep, and
Gotta
it
go to
will
the
be
show.
sold in cans too, so you can take it home, but you can't.
There you
We ain't
go.
bringing it to you. So
I love the the album title "Sink Your Teeth In," then the beer name "Drink Your Teeth In,"
yeah.
um, and I guess Kitchen Teeth. Where did that name come from?
Um, we actually just made this joke the other day. I'm like, we got to come up with a new story because there's like nights where we keep getting asked that, and I hear Ronnie over there telling somebody the story, and then me over here telling somebody else the story. Um, it
Just
was
make it
just
different every time.
huh?
Make it different every time.
But we don't. So I mean, so it just the story goes, Ronnie and I would just started getting together, writing songs together and stuff, and we didn't really know where we were going with it or what we were doing, and but we knew we wanted to like start a band or of some sort. So we just got a little buzzed one night, and I we were in his kitchen, and I just said like, well, how about kitchen cats? And I'll get to why. And I said, so how about kitchen cats? And he was like, immediately, like not even thinking, he's like, no, kitchen teeth. And I'm just like, whoa, dude, no way. Like almost like he was thinking about it for a while. That's how confident he said it. But the reason I was saying kitchen cats, half joking, was because we wrote all the songs in his kitchen, and Ronnie would always say, like, it's something about this kitchen. And he had rescued this cat named Taka, and every time we'd come up with like a cool idea, and maybe we're just in our heads, but it seemed like this. Every time we'd have like a light bulb, the cat would get the zoomies. And Ronnie, you want to make the noise?
The cat would let us know when we were
Yeah.
onto a good idea, and it would run through the kitchen and go. And then we're like, okay, this is gonna be a good song now. The cat's telling us, and that's why he was like, kitchen cats.
I like that.
Yeah.
So how did kitchen teeth? It's just what
He
came out.
yeah, he just said it.
Yeah,
But I
that
think
came out of nowhere.
yeah,
We're just like, well, we needed a little bit of an edge, so it just came out of nowhere.
All right.
yeah, cats would have been too cute.
That's
It
fair.
apparently
That's
turned
fair.
my singer into Steve-O. We go, yeah, dude.
Yeah. I felt like old Steve-O that night, actually. So,
Kitchen
but it's
teeth.
cool because like I don't know, some band names like make me cringe a little bit. Because it almost sounds like they're trying too hard to sound like a band, you know? And this one, I don't know, this one doesn't bother me ever. And it's a good conversation starter. And it kind of like whether you like it or not, or whether you think it's stupid or not, like you definitely sticks in your head a little bit, makes you think like, wait, what? What is kitchen teeth? What?
There's been
So
times
like,
where when I'm playing you guys on my show on Saturday nights, which is called the Popco Project Radio Experience on Fuzz 96.1, I almost catch myself saying kitchen sink
Oh wow.
several times.
it makes sense. We got it all, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
The,
Throwing
the,
it.
the, the teeth puns, dude, you have no idea. First of all, don't give Ian money because if you gave him, don't ever have your radio station sponsor us because there'll be like a parade of teeth demons coming down the street. But we're cooking up what like every day, like, all right, what about sweet tooth?
Yeah,
Drink
let
your
me
teeth
grab
in.
some.
All that in the kitchen sink. Yeah, we got like a tooth plushie. The we're looking at like wax seals, hot sauce for like melt your teeth off, stuff like that. We get angry at
Last
Dennis when
podcast, he was talking about renting out an elephant.
Here's a chompy.
Okay. All right.
Little plushies. We've actually sold quite a bit of these,
I bet.
surprisingly.
I bet.
Yeah, there's
That's-
only like one or two left.
Yeah, and then these, I got the chatter teeth. I mean, we want to find a way to like actually like personalize these and sell them.
May I add a suggestion?
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
You know those vampire teeth
Yeah,
that you put in your mouth? You should just
yeah,
give those away at shows too.
that's a good idea too. Hell, yeah, and everyone can wear them at the show and stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
It's probably
There's
really
actually
cheap.
we're doing the Scrantastic Spectacular coming up again June 3rd or July 3rd, sorry. And there's like a 4th of July hat, one of these. And so we were thinking about getting like those in bulk and handing them out and stuff to people that come up. So we're always thinking of weird things to do and different ways to get our stuff out there.
You have to, right? You have to. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that plush is a great idea. I mean, people, especially like girls, like they'll eat that up.
Dude, guys have bought that. I think more guys have bought them, and maybe it's for their girl or something. But
Sure.
yeah, like
Like that guy last time. He said, I got to get my girlfriend something.
Yeah.
yeah, I was
The
like,
one
well,
dude bought- the one dude bought it as an aiming tool for his gun. He's like, oh, the underside's really good. I could put a rifle barrel under there. So
Okay. All right. Hey, whatever sells, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, that's a good
Once
idea.
you get home, you can do whatever you want to it.
Yeah, as long as you bought it, you paid for it, it's cash, it's good.
yeah. I'm not even gonna tell that story, uh, but yeah, we like to not. We don't just want to be another band, you know. We want to have fun and show personality and have a sense of humor and not take ourselves too seriously. And um, I take image like super, like I prioritize image a lot, and I think it matters to stick out and not just look like everyone else. And so I'm always wearing like fancy scarves and shoes and stuff, and I'll eyeliner, I'll put glitter on. I don't care.
Well, yeah, you have to stand out, right? I mean, the music world is so oversaturated with there's so many bands, and even I get caught up in that. There's a million guys with podcasts and girls. It's like, how do you set yourself apart from everyone else doing the same thing you guys are? So that's a cool. It's
Right.
fact like, recognize that and want to do that. That's really smart and important.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I would get those like teeth and just I mean, you probably buy thousands of them like for dirt cheap, and then just throw them out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it actually is a really good idea. We
Or
probably should do that for the release party.
get them from China. They'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
got Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. Even if in worst case scenario, just go to like, well, we can't go to Party City anymore because that's closed, but some kind of party store probably sells a few of them.
Yeah, my girlfriend's dad actually owns like a costume shop in Stroudsburg, so
Oh wow,
uh yeah, Frazetta costumes. So I mean, I'm sure he's got a ton of them.
there you go.
We
We
got
ran into a
regular.
guy. We ran into a guy yesterday. We were talking to someone on the phone. I'm not going to reveal who he is. You might know him,
Oh
but
yeah.
he's all of a sudden he's just like, "Yeah, I manufacture dentures for a living," and we're like, "Oh, do you? You might not have wanted. You just told us a mistake, is what you did.
Yeah.
You
And
might
yeah,
have a
now we got to work
special
with you.
order coming your way."
Yeah.
You guys can get like grills made that have kitchen and
Dude,
teeth involved.
I used to have a grill because I used to be huge into rap and stuff but I used to have a grill and I mean it was a fake one. I wouldn't put it in my mouth now, but I still want to get one, like a real one bad.
Yeah,
So that's a good idea.
How PG do we have to stay for this?
it's the internet. You can do whatever you want.
We don't have the store live right now. It was live for a little bit, but we had panties you could buy.
Oh
The
yeah,
And
backstage, they were called the backstage pass. They were thongs and they had our logo on them. I mean, it looked great. Like me and Bobby designed them online. It looked great. So we have to look into like getting them up for sale. One of my friends, like a guy friend actually, he was already like gonna buy one right away for like
he did buy them.
$25. So we're like,
We had to
okay,
refund him.
yeah, he did buy one, and then we realized that it was costing us money to make them. We had to refund them. Yeah.
Worth it.
But he sees the refund come in on his email. And he goes, "My panties! What the fuck?"
Yeah, he said, "What happened to my thong? Where's my thong?"
that's
Like,
funny.
dude, it cost us too much.
Yeah, yeah. Merch is expensive. It's like a necessary evil, but it's expensive. It
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be
for sure.
unless you buy in bulk and stuff like that. But yeah, it's
Exactly. Yeah, we've definitely made some mistakes, right, Ronnie, with buying shirts the first time.
Yeah, the first round of
Ronnie
shirts.
overpaid for sure, but we didn't know what we were doing. And then this girl I graduated with back in high school, she actually makes like shirts and stuff now, so we go through her, um, and we get a much better deal. But yeah, you got the more you order, the better the deal is.
yeah.
Um, for sure. Yeah.
And then it's like a whole thing with like, is it screen printing versus DTF? When DTF, you
Yep.
can throw 1,000 colors on there, but screen printing, you have to kind of like limit it or else it gets really expensive.
Yep.
And then, the price of shirts, because there's a million different brands of shirts out there.
Yeah, and I don't want to like charge people 25, $30, you know, like I like to keep it at that 20 range because it's just easy to hand somebody a 20. $20 is a good deal for a shirt.
Yeah,
But it's like we're hardly making anything off of them at that point. So
right. Yeah, even like these major bands these days are charging an astronomical amount of money. I'm a huge Incubus fan, and I just saw them recently, maybe last fall at some point, and I think it was like a t-shirt was like $70. And like I'm a huge fan, and I'm like I can't even begin to even rationalize this being a good idea to do, and I didn't because it's crazy.
Was it
And I
signed or anything?
no, dude, it was just it was just a
Normal
shirt.
merch.
It
I was
just
just saw Iron Maiden, same thing, 70, $80 for a shirt.
What?
it's crazy. And like I used to work in a screen printing shop, so I know how much it actually costs to make, and that ruined me actually. That ruined me for like all clothing. It just like I'm like there's the fact that the people charge like $50 is like this is nuts. There's a good chance you paid $8 for this shirt and you're charging 50. It's like Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I see you got, is that one of your own shirts on right now?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's people
What
say
are you
why do you wear
charging
your
for that?
actually I was giving them away at one point. I
Oh,
charged some people. It was like $20 or whatever. But
yeah.
It's sweet,
people
man.
are like, why do you wear your own merch? I'm like, well, if I don't, who will?
And that's a long sleeve you got on there?
This is actually a sweatshirt. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we only have t-shirts. I would like to get like a long sleeve. Bobby wants to get hoodies at one point, but then we're like, that's gonna be way expensive.
Yeah.
We just order one. We just have one. We put it in glass.
Yeah.
Nobody
This
will
could
buy it
And
because we'll have to
sell
charge.
it for 70, $80.
this
Yeah,
could
it
be
have to be like a
yours.
You gotta share.
$95 hoodie. But anytime anybody asks, we wheel it out and hey, you
Yeah.
want it?
We
Yeah.
If
don't
it sells,
know.
we just order another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can buy three more and then sell those three for $90. And then you can buy eight more.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But so we probably should have done this when we first started, but that's not how I operate. But like, I've got Ian, Bobby, and Ronnie.
Yep.
You want to share with me and the audience what your roles are in the band?
Yeah, I'm the front man and lead vocalist.
Ronnie, we'll go
You
with
got
you.
Guitar player.
Cool.
A little bit of
I'm the
background
drummer
vocals.
and designated driver for when Ian and Ronnie have too much drink your teeth in, like
oh,
last night.
that never
Uh,
happens.
It's good to have.
We are missing one member.
Right.
We have to mention Omer uh from Israel. He's our new bass player. And he's been amazing. He's been great. But couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely shout out to him.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah.
But Bobby, we were talking earlier, and someone called you something else.
Oh boy.
oh, okay. You took me a second there. I was like, oh, what did they call me? But yeah. So we did the CPMA's Central PA Music Awards, and my dumbass decided like I'm gonna look good tonight. I'm gonna get a haircut. I'm gonna get a good shave,
Yeah, that
and
outfit on.
yay. Okay, first of all,
We gotta
the
talk about the outfit too, but go ahead,
we gotta
finish
go.
your
Oh,
story.
all right, outfit first. So I
No,
bought
no,
this outfit when I.
finish the story of what you were
All
telling.
right, all right. So I got this haircut, and I thought it looked great. And after like, it was like a 2.5 hour drive down to Lancaster. It was raining the whole time, so I'm getting in and out of the car at gas stations, and I'm just getting soaked. And so by the time I get there, it's this like real short haircut with these two like sides, and they're real short and they're up like that, and it looked like an onion, like how an onion has like just like the shell at the top.
Mhm.
And my face was all shiny and round in these pictures. So I look like a big orange onion smiling at the camera. And they kept sharing the picture. They were using it for everything. Like they're just like, oh, it's their new promotional picture. I'm like,
It's our profile picture. Yeah.
stop
Is
putting
this
up the fucking onion picture. I'm
this
saying
the
it's our
CPMAs? Is
new
that what that
drummer,
was?
Vidalia.
Yeah, it was the CPMAs, and we were like super proud of it. We didn't win, but we were super proud of it. We got nominated for Best New Band. So I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be it was like in front of the CPMA backdrop or whatever. And I've got this like top hat and cane and red jacket, and Ronnie's in this like black blazer and black pants, and Bobby's just over there with the outfit he has on now.
Yeah, and a head that could flavor a soup very pungently.
Well,
So
we make fun of that outfit because when we first met Bobby, he's not. I mean, it's fair to say you weren't like super fashionable guy at the time.
no,
Um,
still not.
so yeah, he's like, yeah, he owns it, and he's like, you gotta take me shopping. You gotta take me shopping because Ronnie has the whole like badass biker look, bandanas and chains and leather pants and stuff and mesh shirts, and then I'm wearing shiny fancy shoes and scarves and eyeliner, so and bracelets and necklaces and stuff, and so we're like, we got to take you shopping. So we took him to the mall. We had pretzels and frozen mochas. And
Big
so
old
we got him a
bouquet.
couple outfits and some new shoes and stuff. And yeah, we're very proud of our Bobby boy.
We're looking to shoot a skit. The problem is like I like it a lot, and so I wear it a lot, and we're getting worried that I'm appearing in too many things in this outfit. So we're gonna shoot a skit where it's like me like shivering in an alley, and Ian comes by and he's like, "Hi, did you know that just for just $1 a month, you can help us buy our dumbass drummer a new goddamn outfit so he doesn't wear the same thing every day?"
That's funny. I'm trying to find a picture. I can't. There's like nothing popping up
Uh-oh,
here.
Did Bobby go? Because he has the account. Did he go on and delete it forever?
No, no, what are you talking about? Still there. You'll
Is
find
it
it.
on the Kitchen Sink account? Is it on
Yeah,
the
it should be one of our more recent profile pictures, I think.
I gotta find it.
We're
There you
gonna.
go.
It's gonna be like I'm gonna look at the podcast later, like go back and look at the video, and the whole time we're talking about this, there's just this big distorted, blown out image of that
It's
he
not
pulled
even
up.
that bad. Like Bobby's very self-deprecating, and it's
Yeah, I
not
mean,
even that bad.
I'm seeing one here.
Yeah, it's probably that, and it's like you
Is
don't
it this
see
this
it.
one?
Yeah, that
Yeah, I don't see it.
right. But we roll with it, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
just
have
because it's
to.
funny.
It is
But
funny.
Bobby mentioned this filming skits, which is like another like we can kind of segue into like we that's another thing that we try to do. I don't know if you saw the one we put out a couple weeks ago where I'm Ghostface from Scream and I'm like attacking Bobby and Ronnie comes in as like the hot boyfriend to save him. It's very campy and corny, but it's hilarious. And we were like, should we put this out? Like we put out some weird stuff and like we like it. We think it's hilarious. Like there's a hilarious Christmas skit that I don't know if I should even tell people to go watch that.
That almost got us kicked off PA Live,
Not
honestly.
kicked off, but it almost got us not on PA Live. I heard
Yeah.
the
Oh,
story.
jeez.
But it also at the same
No
time
shorts
got us
though.
on. Oh, I cut these jean shorts that
Jeff
and
Kiss
Bobby's
right
wearing
there.
these booty shorts and jean shorts and he's like my maid and I'm talking in a British accent and me and Ronnie are wearing robes. Oh, it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious.
If you don't want to see more of my legs than you need to, please don't dig this video up. You don't need this.
And he's wearing a little maid hat.
I'm trying to find it.
We have a turkey roast. Like Bobby made a whole roast for this. We got champagne. Like he went all out. We have the
So
next to the Christmas tree. I'm reading a old book from when I was a kid that I had. Ronnie's playing guitar. I mean, it's a good skit. We did it in one take. Like, so
so
it's
we
pretty
filmed
cool.
that skit at my house, and my wife's family sees the skit, and of course, they're like, okay, well, we didn't need to see that, but they're like, that was whose house was that? That was so nice. It was so well put together. I'm like, you've been over here 18 times. Like, did I do that good of a job dressing it up?
Well,
Sounds
they didn't
absolutely.
recognize the fireplace in the background, which was on the TV.
Fireplace was a TV.
And it was the first day we met Omer
I was just about to say that.
because we were trying him out to be our bass player. So he walks in and it's the first time he's ever met us. Bobby's wearing these tiny shorts. I'm wearing a robe, talking like this, and fetch me some grapes, boy. And that's his first time meeting us. And he watched us film the take the whole time. And I'm like, oh man, if this guy like this is us. Like so.
Yeah. If you survive this,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're part of Kitchen Beat. If you can not walk out that door, and then we find out we're eating this whole giant turkey, and we sit down, we're like, oh, you can come have a meal with us. He's like, oh, I'm vegan, by the way. Or, oh,
Yeah. So he had some grapes though.
I gotta find this video.
Yeah,
it's up
both
there.
of them. There's even one of me getting hit by a firework in the chest. I still have the scar.
Oh,
We thought it'd
jeez.
be funny to do for the Scrantastic Spectacular last year. We're like, oh, let's film a funny skit with like fireworks, and we do one. It goes fine. We do another one, and I was a little wine drunk, and the whole time in the video, I'm like, all right, don't sound drunk, don't sound drunk, and then I'm like, you could see us play our album, Save Our Saturday, and like I'm like, oh, I'm drunk, and then he lights off this firework, and I'm like, oh, where do I stand? Just
It's
kind
a
of
it's a
being dumb.
mortar that misfired. So instead of shooting hundreds of feet in the air, it shot about 10 feet in the air
Hmm.
and came back down and landed right in front of them and went off.
Oh, and there's a picture where it's going right past my face, like it exploded into me. And then oh, that sounded weird. But then Ronnie's like filming. He's like, "You okay?" and my voice is so high pitched. I'm rolling around in the grass. He's like, "You bleeding?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know, man. I can't hear shit." And I'm like, "Ronnie." I look at him. I still had my cigarette and my glasses. My wine was still in the middle of the road, standing up, but I couldn't hear anything. So I'm like, "Ronnie." And then we filmed and we showed like the wound and stuff. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, content is content. I mean, you have
Yeah.
to, you got to do it. That's good.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing that's like kind of lost. It's like when you're a band, it's hard to navigate all these platforms and constantly being in people's feeds and doing stuff that's entertaining that people think is just wild or just funny or whatever it might be. So that's awesome. I wish I would have seen that before we jumped on here.
Yeah. Well, now you have something to look forward to afterwards.
Three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
And I mean, we don't want to like we're not the three of us, we're not even necessarily good at social media. Like that we're new to that. So it is like tough for us because we don't necessarily like doing it. But and you don't want to annoy people with stuff either, you know, you
right.
don't want to put out too much. So we try to just like, all right, what's gonna be funny? What's gonna like get people talking and laughing and so we just come up with weird skit ideas and but yeah, we just actually made a TikTok the other day, but we haven't uploaded anything yet. But we keep hearing we need a TikTok, we need a TikTok, and I never wanted to have one, but got to do it. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you're a band writing music, performing music. The last thing you want to do is have to be posting on Facebook and posting on Instagram and making TikToks and all these things. And I hear that a lot from bands that say, we don't even want to do this, but we don't have a choice. We have to.
well, you know what's crazy is the music sometimes seems like 10% of it. Like we've been doing the podcast for 40 minutes now. We haven't even talked about like any of the songs or anything really.
Right.
Like it seems like such a like you have to have that as like the product you're selling, but there's so much else that goes into it that you kind of just even forget about the music sometimes. At least I do.
Yeah, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I know, I know.
But let's talk about the music. So can I say, and this is always a very dangerous thing for me to do because I don't like doing this, but I think I just do it anyways. Can I tell you what I hear?
Please, yes.
All right.
This is
This
for
is very
the first
dangerous
album.
because I could say this and you could be like, wow, fuck that guy.
Uh-oh.
We hate that band. We hate those bands or whatever it might be.
Is this about the first album or the latest singles?
Um, the stuff that I played, so it's been primarily off the first album, but even
Yeah.
there's still hints of it in the new songs as well. But Days of the New
Yes. Yep.
For sure.
Yep. We
and
love Days of the New.
yeah, dude, a lot of that and even some Puddle of Mud.
I'm a big Puddle of Mud fan. I've
All
seen
right.
them live.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
I was walking a fine line there and I
Oh no,
crossed it.
I love
All right,
Puddle of
good.
Mud.
Good.
Yeah.
So do I. Those are
They just
two
released the new songs.
yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. That's always kind of
Yeah, I'm
dangerous
not
because
crazy about it, but
I'm a very the first two albums kind of guy.
mhm.
But I love all the Days of the New stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a guitar player, I love all that 90s 2000 acoustic stuff like the Alice in Chains, their unplugged albums and Days of the New definitely. And Ian's always said, "Oh, I love Puddle of Mud," but we never dove into it or learned a song or anything like that. So you just
Yeah,
must
maybe we could.
be influenced through that one way or
Yeah,
another.
we don't do so many covers. And we haven't really like even like yeah, we haven't dove in. Sometimes I'm like, Ronnie, we gotta listen to a lot of this band now and stuff like that. And so we've been obsessed with Days of the New and Alice in Chains. I'm a huge my favorite band of all time is Stone Temple Pilots. I love Scott
Okay.
Weiland
Yeah.
and Velvet Revolver and stuff. So definitely a lot of influence from him. But yeah, Days of the New, that's kind of how like when people I mean they're not too well known, I feel like, but
No.
um when people ask like, well, what do you sound like? Because we're mostly originals, we hardly do any covers. So I we always say Days of the New kind of or Alice in Chains, I
That's
guess. But
perfect. It was scary for a moment there. I always get scared. I think I've done that once and one person has was like, I fucking hate that band.
oh wow. What
Yeah.
was the band?
Oh, well, the guys
Not
in
the band
some
that you were talking to, but the band that you compare them to.
the Wonder Years was a
Oh,
band I
okay.
referenced.
Okay.
The other members were like, "Yeah, that's awesome. I love that." And then I think it was the lead singer was like, "No, I fucking hate that band."
Yeah.
He's
Nah,
a good
man.
friend of mine too.
Love Puddle of
Very much
Mud, dude.
alike.
Yeah. And you guys recently played a show opening for Trapped,
Yes. Yep.
which is like a when I saw that, I'm like, that's cool. I love Trapped. I mean, their first
Good. Good.
like three albums I thought were great. But I mean,
Yeah.
they've got such a I guess a negative aura around them over the last few
Right
years.
now. Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, you like Trapped? You're a fucking idiot.
I
So
tell you
it's
what, they were they were great. They were so friendly to us, super supportive and complimentary to us. And it was the best night of my life. The most amazing. Like I'm getting chills thinking about being up there now. Like it was incredible. It was the most people we've performed in front of. I don't want to brag or anything or boast, but in the most humble way, like we killed it. It went better than like we're playing in front of hundreds of people that don't know our stuff at all. Like, this is in Maryland where we've never played. And
And we had the
just
whole place
electric.
clapping for "Leave Me
Oh
Alone," man. That
yeah.
was great. I saw
Yeah.
every hand was up in the air.
Yep. It was a great time. And like the high after that was just amazing. I was like, I didn't even like have a drink afterwards. I'm like, I don't need to. I'm feeling good right now. Like it was awesome. But
that's awesome.
for all the negative stuff they get, that I didn't see any of that. I judge off of who I meet and my personal experience, and I don't like I can't stand I hate the hate, like
Hmm.
I don't like all the hate that they get. It's but I mean that's a whole nother story. But
Yeah,
they were cool to us. And yeah, nothing but good things to say. So
that's good. That's good because you always like you don't want to hear that a band you liked are a bunch of assholes.
yeah, I know, yeah, exactly. And they just had a killer show in Ocean City over the weekend. Rob Zombie was there, Shinedown, Bush, Alice Cooper. A friend of ours was doing the photography and videography for that show. And it was massive, it's huge, so many people there. So that was cool to see too. But
That's
yeah.
awesome. So you put out the first album last year, following it up with another album a year later. That's pretty ambitious, right? Typically, that's not common, I guess you could say. Typically, bands will, do complete albums, typically, within like 2 years or so. Um, how did that all come together as far as, being able to write that many songs and put them, and record them all?
Um, well, once me and Ronnie started writing songs, they started pumping out like crazy, just like so much inspiration when me and him would get in that kitchen together and everything. And so we wrote and finished the first album pretty fast, and Ronnie's had quite a few songs that he's written like years ago that we use, like Death of a Thousand Cuts, Wolves in Waiting from the first album, and on the new album, Day After Day and Leave Me Alone. And we've done some tweaking with them and stuff. But yeah, it's like I've gone over to Ronnie's house and I've been like, man, I'm not feeling it today. Like he's gonna hate me. I can't come up with anything. And then I get there and it just happens. We don't know how. We just never, every time I've gone over there to write a song and finish it and we had like a deadline or something, we finish it and we're all like super proud of it. So yeah, I don't know. It is ambitious. I'm ready to get working on album three.
Nice.
And my bass player was like, slow down. And I'm like, dude, I'm ready, man. And Ronnie
Yeah.
said he's ready too last night. So
We got that energy going. We're in the process of writing songs, so don't let it slow down. Don't let it stop. Just let them keep coming.
yeah.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of bands, and a lot of them are like they had stuff that was like written down like 5, 6, 7 years ago that they're just like, kind of digging back up and kind of recording at this point. So it's always kind of fun to see how that all comes together.
And I should mention where we record as well. We
The
record
kitchen,
with
the kitchen, in the kitchen.
oh yeah, the kitchen.
The magic
Well,
kitchen.
That's where we
yeah,
cook the
that's
songs.
where we cook it up.
The cook. That's what.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
but it is served in PM Soundscape Studios with our good friend Patrick Motto, who's also an artist himself. He just released an album called Before There Were Storms in December. And he has a ton of music online. He's always releasing new stuff, and he's trying to grow his studio and work with a ton of artists from everywhere. Um, but I think we're his favorite. I like to think we're his favorite. So, and he's super close friend of ours, good guy. So he makes recording easy too. That's another reason we keep going back. So
Does he have any influence on any of the songs?
yeah, he gives his like opinions and stuff of what he thinks if we should change something. He helps out a lot in a lot of ways.
He has a lot of experience, and it's almost he's like a mild producer
Hmm.
helping us with stuff. If we're a
Yeah,
little confused on how we should put certain things together, he'll help us. Like the last two songs of this current album, we whipped together how fast. Like we need two more songs for this album, and we wrote them. We had the guitar. We went in there, recorded the guitar and the vocals. The other guys didn't even hear the music yet, so
yeah,
we recorded that, and then we had to send it to the bass player and the drummer Bobby and Omer, and then they had to come up with their parts. And Pat kind of helped a little bit, just a little bit, direct us with those last two. But
what
those last two,
and we bugged the hell out of him with weird shit. Like so that we were me and Ronnie on the song I just sent you that you're gonna play next week, Albatross. We needed albatross sounds on there. It had to be birds, books and birds
Hmm.
and birds and books. And then on
and
Book of the
crickets.
Damned, and yeah, and on Book of the Damned, this is where we're like final day reviewing, everything's done, and Pat's like, all right, enough, like enough edits, enough changes. And it's the last day, and me and Ronnie are like, no, but seriously, we need pages flipping in a book slam at the end of Book of the Damned. And he was like, he was so like he's so mad at us, and he's like, no, no, this is no. And then like, but he patiently went did it with us. We're getting out all his comic books. He collects a bunch of comic books and stuff. We got this big comic book, and we're flipping the pages in a bunch of different ways, and he's getting frustrated, and then we're slamming the book on the ground and recording it a bunch of times. And then after we were done, he's like, all right, that was a good idea. All right, cool.
The best way to imagine Pat Motto and what he is to Kitchen Teeth is to imagine a very frustrated dad on like a 4 hour car trip. And he's just,
Are
we're
you there
just,
yet?
dad. And what? I will turn this album around right now.
Well, I always call him our Alfred too, if Batman ever pissed Alfred off all the time, which I'm sure he has. But
I love those stories because I don't think people always appreciate all the things that go into writing and producing and recording music. And I was talking to a guy goes by Sutliff, and he recorded at Navro Studios. I think that's Warriorsville, I want to say somewhere around there. But they were talking about how I think they were like they dropped keys on a table and utilized that. And I forget in what aspect of the song, but it's so neat to hear those types of things. Slamming books down and leafing through the
yeah,
pages and things like that's. When you're a consumer of the music, you just hear it for what it is, and you kind of move on. But like, there are so many different intricacies like behind all of it. That's really cool.
yeah, I like that idea too. Keys on a table.
I forget what it was like, what they used it for. I had to go back and listen to it again.
Yeah,
But
but it makes you want to go back and hear it after hearing that story,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, we want it to be like a movie, you know? We don't want it to just be a song and like you listen to it once and then you're bored of it. Like, I mean, we overthink everything we do, like every word and every little sound. And our songs aren't perfect by any means. Like we don't think that at all. Like there's always room for improvement. We're always talking about like, should we go more catchy? Should we go, deeper and, more lyrical or whatever? But I think this new album just has a little bit of everything. I mean, it covers a lot of different topics and stuff and a lot of different styles of music. Um, yeah, we took a lot of like new approaches in this one than we did the first one. Definitely not a sophomore slump for sure. I mean, at least I
good.
don't think, but
Yeah, are there certain topics you try and touch on, or is it a variety of different things, or how does that
I
work?
think I think this album there was because the first album is more like about relationships or toxic relationships, and I think almost every song damn near is about that. So we kind of on this one we wanted to not do any of that. Like we're like, let's not write so much about, relationships and stuff, and let's try to do some weird stuff. And that's where we came up with like Albatross and Book of the Damned. And I mean, there's still some on that, like The Cure and Come Along and stuff, but we got Lily of the Valley. Well, I guess that could still be a relationship, but
The
uh
elephant.
the
That's way
elephant,
different.
that's not about, yeah, that's a good one too. I love that one. Day After Day, that's not about relationships.
That's definitely about
So
something different, sir.
that's about something else. What that about, Ryan?
What about that pancake mix?
A pancake with? No. Bobby's over there like, oh no, I'm great.
This album, it's the album of animals. Like every is elephant, albatross,
Well,
uh,
the first
black
one had
sheep.
animals too. Yeah, black sheep. The first one had wolves when waiting and fawn, and I guess we like our animal names and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So,
But the topics get a lot. Yeah, they get, if you pay attention to the lyrics, they can get darker on this one. There's one lyric in the elephant, from the hose to the window, which is, you know, you're in your car and you're hooking the exhaust up to the front seat. So, um, they we were talking to one person who briefly was associated with the band. And they were telling us like, oh, I really like that the band is maturing from like girl problems to these more complex topics. Um, and I know, you listen to music and you're just like, I just like how it sounds. So none of this probably matters, but we'll
No, it
notice
does.
it.
It does. Yeah, I mean, that first album, were you writing from experiences that you've had and you were putting it on like kind of pen to paper, or how did that work?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ronnie and I, yeah, we were going through some stuff at the time.
Together?
I mean,
Together but separately.
technically, yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, me and Ronnie were dating and we hated each other, so we're just writing these songs about each
God,
other.
we hated each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Every song is about me and Ronnie's
yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
No,
Love
but
story.
we were there for each other throughout the whole thing, and this album helped us in so many ways. I right before we recorded this album, I my dog died, Griffey. I'll show a painting of him that my girl got me that for Christmas.
Nice.
That was him. He was a German Shepherd mix and my best friend, and I'm a huge animal guy. And I just lost him like I don't know 2 months before we started recording, and thank God for like recording that album because like I was going through a dark time at that point, and this like just helped me get my mind off of it, and it gave me something to do and work towards every day. So
I always think I think the most genuine music comes out of like real life experiences. I couldn't imagine,
Absolutely.
artists who are just, I mean, I mean, there's probably tons of artists who are able to paint these fictional scenes and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's more relatable when it's moments that you've gone through and that you're kind of working through yourselves, and I think that's important.
yeah, we always people always say like, oh, I can actually understand your lyrics, and sometimes maybe on the first album they're a little like on the nose or whatever, like too obvious or something, but people are like, oh, it's relatable. And that's what we wanted. We wanted you to like maybe you're going through a breakup or an argument or something in your relationship and you throw on kitchen teeth in the car late at night while the rain's falling and just maybe you're crying and listening to it. I mean, like it sounds ridiculous, but I listen to our stuff all the time. Like we're my favorite band.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you ever listen to it and after it's recorded and this is, and you're like, oh man, I wish we would have done this differently.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
all the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
I couldn't
Getting us
imagine.
started now.
I could never be. I don't think I could ever be a musician. I would probably. This is many years ago, probably 10 years ago now. I almost went to be a barber, um, and looking back on that, I probably would have been like I'm so I don't want to say I have OCD by any means, but like I'm so
Mm.
like I just
Meticulous.
yeah, like even my son had pictures for his baseball team like last Sunday, and we could not find his navy blue belt. He had navy blue socks on. His jersey has navy blue in it. We could not find his navy blue belt, and we could only find his black belt. So black belt it was. That fucking drove me
Drove you
crazy.
nuts.
Drove me
Yeah,
nuts.
dude.
Like to the point where I probably overreacted. But that's just like me. Like that's just like
I get
I
it, man. I'm like that way if I don't have a certain bracelet on for a show. I'm like,
yeah.
I have to have this bracelet.
Oh, the
Where is it?
bracelet, too.
It
Our
doesn't
singer
complete the
shows
uni-
up. He shows up with more shit hanging off of him than
Sometimes
like
it's
a
too much.
clothing store
Yeah.
rack. He goes bowling. He's got a handkerchief falling out of his back pocket while he's throwing down the lane. A bracelet's probably gonna go sliding down the fucking lane.
Oh yeah.
Do you
That's
know
why
He's
we
a
were
hot
watching
topic with legs.
we were
That's why
watching
he's
back
such
on
a fucking
PA
crap.
Live and Bobby's like, look at all that shit you got hanging from you. Like, you got shit hanging from you and blah blah blah. Like,
Oh my god! Just this last night, you're like, you gotta start hanging stuff from your guitar.
oh yeah, yeah. I was like, I like stuff that hangs, man. But I think it comes from my style. I'm such a big wrestling fan, like professional wrestling,
Yeah.
WWE and stuff. And I mean, one of my favorites of all time, Jeff Hardy. Actually got him right here. He's my favorite. I know I keep showing
What
you.
else you got back there, dude?
I've had, dude, I got a ton of shit
I
back
got a
here, man.
Slimer popcorn bucket.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I love him too.
Bald
But Jeff
eagle,
Hardy, what is that?
drinking mechanism. You
Oh,
pour
nice.
the
Yeah, I know. I was looking at your stuff too.
yeah, man, I
But
could do
Jeff
this
always
too.
like
I
tied
could
shirts. He always tied shirts together for like no reason at all, and like had them hanging out his back pocket. I don't know why. I guess because it looked cool when he did the swanton bomb and flipped in the air,
Yeah.
and then it would just like be flying and stuff. So yeah, I just like accessories. I don't know.
Well, it's a performance. Like this is a is isn't there's more to it.
Yeah,
It's not just we get up there and play a show. It's like there's thought behind it. There's how do we look and how do we again set yourselves up apart from other bands that are doing the same kind of stuff. So
yeah. Our bassist in Maryland was gonna wear shorts on stage, and I was like, no. You can't do that. You can't wear those. So he went and changed into pants and stuff because we were doing a whole photo shoot and stuff that day too. And I'm like, yeah, you can't never wear shorts on stage ever.
well, let's
But
talk about your live shows. When
okay.
people are coming to see a live show, what can they expect from you guys?
I think entertainment for sure. Whether you don't like it and it's a train wreck or whatever, I think you're gonna get something different. We run into a lot of problems of like, since we're like primarily originals, people want to go out and I don't know. I don't get it because I look at it as like, oh, I would want to hear something new, even
Right.
if I don't necessarily like it. I want to hear something new. You got enough cover bands out there. Sure, we could try that, but I mean, why not create something new? I get a better feeling of somebody clapping for a song, we wrote than a song someone else wrote 20 years ago. And of course they're gonna clap for that, like even if we don't even sound that great. Um, but I don't know, anything you guys want to add about our shows and stuff?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
rocking
you
out on
can.
that acoustic, and I'm trying to make that
Ooh.
as fun as possible. We're doing the back things, and you're gonna be
Oh
shooting
yeah.
balls eventually. And
Yeah, me and Ronnie got quite a few little like things we do together. And Ronnie's got a major surprise for our album release party. I don't want to spoil it,
Yeah.
but
yeah, should I
hopefully it
save
gets I mean you could show it off right now if you wanted to, technically, but that's up to you.
I have like 5 viewers, so I mean, no one's gonna see this.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys, wasted your time tonight.
And this episode is gonna be just all us watching it back. So. But up to
Well,
you, Ronnie, if you want to show it off. You know what I'm talking
it's,
about.
it's way over there, but
Oh God.
Nah, I
to
don't
spice
want
things up a little bit, I just got a double neck guitar
Nice.
to
Sweet.
show off a little bit, and I've been running through some pretty wild effects and getting some cool tones. And I
Nice.
have this whole intro now, and they're like, "Well, what are we supposed to do during your intro?" I don't know. Go mingle. Just give me like 2 minutes and then come back.
2 minutes.
I did
God
this-
damn.
It was like 4 minutes. I cut it down a little bit.
Holy shit, dude.
we got a 37-minute guitar solo to open this next one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we leave and come. We'll come back, man. We'll see.
That's funny.
I did we did a show at V Spot, and if there's one thing I can say, this band has a strength that it's being different, it's trying weird shit. We ordered these like big plastic drumsticks that glow every time you hit a drum. Motherfuckers broke halfway through the show, which that sucks. But I mean, these things were they're like big salami sticks.
They were cool though.
They were cool, but dude, the problem was whatever material they were made out of, like they bounced like a motherfucker. So those
Yeah,
things,
they were
like
light up
I got
dildos.
hit in the eye. They slammed back into my face. I had a fucking bruise.
And Bobby's talked about too having like some sort of like water or powder on or glitter on his drums and stuff. But then we're like, will the venues be mad if like it gets all over the place or something? But
Probably.
we always are thinking about trying something different. And so yeah, that's what we hope for people to get out of our shows is go
Well,
like
you have to leave
remember
them
us.
like leaving it and them saying, "Yo, like, can you believe they did whatever it was?" Like they're gonna
Yeah.
leave that night because like that's the hard part. And you kind of talked about cover bands versus original acts, and like it's hard. It's a hard space to live in because if you're a cover band, you're playing other people's songs. I mean, obviously, it's songs that people want to hear, and you think about when people come out to see or go to bars and stuff like that. They're kind of like, it's a Friday night or a Saturday night. They kind of want to, leave their problems at work and or at home, and when they want to go out and hear music that they know and all that kind of stuff. And I can appreciate that, but I have a major respect, which is why I do this for original bands writing their own stuff because it's not easy, and the thought that you're putting behind all of this, and so people want to be entertained. They want to have an experience now. It's not just like going out and listening to a band or have it be background noise. They want to have an experience. So again, the fact that you guys are thinking all this through and adding these elements to your live sets is it's just a smart thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. We did a show with a Saliva tribute and a Marilyn Manson tribute act, and they were great. I mean, I love both of those. I love Marilyn Manson and I love Saliva. And but the lead singer of the Marilyn Manson show, he's like, and shout out to Kitchen Teeth because like what they do isn't easy. They got the difficult part of like playing all originals at a show of two tribute bands. And so I thought that was super cool, and I was glad like he pointed that out, and because it is we are playing on high difficulty level mode, just trying to get anyone to care because no one knows who we are, so
Right.
trying to get anyone to care about what we're doing at all is tough. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And even like the cover stuff, I don't care if you can play a song exactly and sound exactly like that band did. I don't even want to hear that. If you do a cover
right.
song, I want it to have like a twist on it.
Yeah, because we do a couple, and one of them is "Sweet Dreams" by the Eurythmics. But it's nothing like Marilyn Manson's, and it's nothing like Eurythmics. It's a Kitchen Teeth one. Like I want to record it. I like it so much, so that's cool. That always kind of gets people's attention.
Well,
Um,
that's smart. It's smart to do because then you can kind of enter that space that people recognize it already. But
mhm.
you put your own spin on it too, and it kind of draws people into your own stuff.
Right. Yeah. Like these guys, they always are convinced to me like we should do more covers and stuff. Like a little bit more to get their attention, and then we throw an original in there, and maybe they'll be more receptive to it because they just heard something they're familiar with. So we're working on a couple other ones. I won't give any away because we're not
All right.
quite decided yet, but well, I want to do Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Bad. So that's like
Hell
my
yeah.
favorite song of all time.
Hell yeah.
Actually, no, I do have like a Kiss from a Rose thing on my wall, but I won't get
What do
I
I
have a
have?
live
what
seal back
I
behind
feel like
those
I need
yeah,
that.
Pop.
pictures.
I was like, is he looking for actually Seal's here?
What do I have? What can I show you?
Well, you got some awards back there.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, what are those?
I'm an award-winning podcaster, bro.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I don't forget what these are for. They don't have like what it was for on there. I should probably write them on the bottom or something like that. But um, radio personality, podcaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steamtown Music Awards. Were you guys involved with that at all?
No, no.
Maybe this year. Maybe this
Is
year.
that part of the Electric City Music Conference?
Yes, it
With
is.
the Joe Caviston runs.
Yes.
I did that last year. I helped fill in for another band. We couldn't apply to that in time. We could apply this year, and could see about that. Our schedule is getting pretty filled up. I'm not sure when it was at November they run that.
September.
September. Okay. Yeah, we got to see about getting nominated into that.
Yeah.
No, I gotta, Ronnie, you and I gotta up our game of just shit we got lying around. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah, you
I
have
got
the most
Are you sitting in a
nothing
school
wall
chair?
behind you.
house full of dragons. That's all we have.
Bobby, are you sitting
Did
in
you
a
hear?
school chair?
Yeah, did you hear what Popco just said?
No, yeah, no. This is my desk. I still wear all my clothes from fourth grade, and I have some homework I've got to do after this. So
That the chairs that have the desk that wraps around the side of you and then comes
yeah,
around the
Yeah,
front.
yeah, that's what he's sitting in right now.
yep. You bet.
Do you still use a number 2 pencil, don't you? Like a basic pencil.
Yeah, I got to make sure you keep in lines, and if the circle's not fully dotted, then
I
you
got
can't on it.
See, I got
Sharpen it
fancy
and
stuff
okay.
here. More
Okay,
stuff,
Tom.
Ronnie.
Oh,
Look.
all right, fine. Jeez.
Dude,
It's
do
gonna
you
light
live
up.
in like a goblin cave full of
It's gonna
treasure?
light up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll use this at the show.
A Joe Rogan bust.
Oh, you got a Joe Rogan bust? Oh
Yeah,
my
very,
God.
very dusty. Jesus, I should probably dust. Wow, that's embarrassing.
That's awesome. Is he like one of your inspirations for starting podcasting and
Oh,
everything?
yes, of course. Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
got this weird thing.
No,
What
that looked
the?
like a freaking. Oh,
Oh my.
Jesus.
Yeah.
When you first brought that out, I thought that
I
was
know
something
where he's
real
going with
different.
it. I've got my girlfriend just let me have this because it's broken. The dragon's it's Daenerys with Drogon, but the dragon's legs are broken. I was like, "You about to throw that away?" She's like, "I told you the legs are gone." So,
You got to start. You got to start a competition for the Popco podcast. It's whoever can bring on the weirdest item that they
Yeah.
have.
yeah, that should be a new segment. Like, what you got behind you?
Yeah, I actually bought a knife to do that with. And for some reason, well, I have two children. Not that they're ever down here really, but I had it to put behind me because it's kind of a cool knife. I should go grab it. I might go
Yeah,
grab
go
it.
grab it. I was here. Here's my kitchen teeth bat that
Oh, nice.
we
You can
made.
bash
Yeah.
some teeth in with that. Yo, you
Yeah.
actually, Ian, you might appreciate this knife. Hold on.
I
Okay.
actually have a rubber
Don't you?
snake right underneath me.
Oh, you were sitting on that snake, Ronnie?
It was like under the table. I got a rubber
What the
snake.
Oh my God. I was trying to find my sword. I can't find it.
He's grabbing his knife.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be some crazy like
But growing up,
but
my uncle would always give me knives and swords and daggers and short swords and stuff like that. I actually there's a bunch over in the corner over here.
you might have to you have to show one off,
I
man.
mean, if we're all
Depending
whipping
on
it
what
out,
he's
man,
about to
if we're all whipping one
whip
out, I'll
out.
whip mine
Yeah,
out too.
yeah. Yeah, whip it out,
Whip it
Ronnie.
out. Yeah. Hold on.
I was gonna look for
Bobby,
my katana,
Bobby, I
but
know
I
you
can't
got
find
something.
Okay, that's sick. That's like some Prince of Persia shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I bought it at a
Holy
yard
shit.
sale.
A yard sale?
Yeah, $5.
Wow.
But this is this
$5
crazy
for that.
thing.
That's probably the best $5 you ever
That's
spent.
It
How
is.
well does it cut cheese,
insane.
though?
I don't know.
I believe that is called a Chris, Kris.
You're probably right. I'll take your word for it.
This is
It's got a
Mr.
claw. It's a
Dungeon
claw.
Master over here, so
It's a claw.
oh that's sick. Like a talon or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, so I bought it and like I said, I put it away in a cabinet so like my kids didn't fuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be bad. Again, they're not ever down here, but still.
Like
Feel
trying to
within
butter their
reach of-
toast with that thing.
Multiple dice
What-
cards.
Oh yeah, Bobby's showing off his dice. Yeah,
I got-
You
Bobby
got dice?
is a big D&D guy. Yeah, he actually
Okay.
had us playing for the first time ever, and it was actually pretty fun.
You get along with my coworker Kate very well. She's a big D&D fan.
Oh, there you go, Bobby, a new client.
Also, back here. I this will be my last thing I show. I actually have a custom made Joe Rogan lamp. It was done by Scott Nichols. He does amazing like custom lamps and other different things. He's done a huge guitar for the downtown Pittston. Um, so what's up here is it's like it looks like a microphone encasement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
noticed that.
then
That's cool.
a part of Joe Rogan's logo in his head is like the third eye. So
Right.
that's down here.
Okay.
But it's definitely setting the mood.
That's
Yeah,
but so you know how you said you hear Days of the New and Us?
yeah.
I was like thinking as you were talking, I'm like, who is he remind me of? And like now that you're saying it, I hear Joe Rogan and
No
you.
way!
Like I
Don't lie to
can
me.
no, I'm serious, just how like calm you're talking and stuff. And but
Okay,
then your sense of humor comes out and stuff. And like I definitely hear it, just
this is my
little
favorite
things like
podcast. This
that.
is my favorite podcast I've ever done.
Really? Oh, because I complimented.
No, no, but like this has been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I know. I
it's
don't want it to end, man.
I've always, I've obviously I've played your music, I've received your music, I've talked to you guys just with words on a screen. And this is why I do this. I really want to. The goal is to share behind the scenes of these bands and who you guys are, personality wise, and kind of like where your thought processes are, and it's a definitely behind the music type of thing. So I
Yeah,
really
that's
want
why I like had to hit you up to come on here, man, because I love what you got going on here, and it's just cool to talk about anything and
yeah.
you know show a different side of us, and because all people really hear is the songs, so they get to learn about our personalities and sense of humor a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, people might see you like or pictures of you in a top hat and be like, "Yo, this guy, is he okay?"
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I
Do you,
appreciate it, right? I appreciate it even from
Yeah.
face value before I even met you. Like, it's like, but people are like weird. They just see things
I've
and
had people saying, "Oh, we were hoping for the top hat," and I'm like, "Oh, well, my bad, man."
hey,
Like,
that's cool. That means people are
yeah,
paying attention.
Yeah, bring it
right.
to Scranton.
Yeah, I should.
these,
Yeah.
these two
Why?
guys, I didn't. After like a couple of months in this band, I was talking to my wife, and I'm like, I didn't know life could be as fucking crazy as these two people. Like, like everything. You want a wild ride, man. If you spend a couple of months with this, couple of days with this band, you'll find it.
Well, Bobby, you had a story that you wanted to share earlier tonight. I forget what you
Oh,
even
we're just
like.
gonna go into what? All right, all right.
Oh boy.
Before I forget again, we got into it.
You got to tell me you got to tell me a ghost story. That's what I want to know. I like that. Is just when give me a time that you experienced the paranormal. But this is completely off topic. This is just a different thread. But I worked in this. I'm not going to name names because it's still in operation. I worked there. Ooh, got to be 10 years ago now, and it's just this very fancy country club. There's like the people that are members there are definitely the upper crust of society of our area. So things were okay for a couple of months, and then we got towards Christmas, and then some of the weirder parties started getting booked. So I pull up one day, and the there's like a big red carpet event going on, and I'm just like, what the hell is that? So I drive around and I walk up, and it's not a carpet that's laid across the steps. It's a woman who's in a dress, and the dress is like going down the stairs, and then people are like using the dress and then stepping over her. She's like laying down on the stairs, and then they're like stepping on her and over her to get in the door. And I walk in and I go into the kitchen. I was like, guys, what the fuck is going on with that? And they're like, oh, you didn't work this party yet. And I was like, I don't like that sentence. What are you? They're like, why don't you go in the
That's
dining room,
creepy.
bud? And I was like, okay. So I go in the dining room. The chandelier has been taken down and is instead like it's replaced with like a bunch of people doing like a Cirque du Soleil thing where they're all like like limbs grabbing one another and like bending into positions. And I'm like, how the fuck is that going to be up there for this like 2 3 hour party? And the tables were replaced with like a table that has a hole in the middle, and there's like a woman standing at each table, and she's got like an arm up like this holding like a tray of cheeses or grapes or whatever, and then they've got like a dress draped over that person that is getting like flowing down and then becoming the tablecloth. And I walked in and I was asking the waiters, like, what the fuck is going on? They're like, this is a party that happens once a year. Just shut your mouth and you'll get tipped and paid very well. And I was like, okay. So I was like, I go to the bathroom. I'm just like, I gotta get the fuck away from this for 5 minutes. And the breaking point, this was the day I quit. Uh, was there was two guys like sitting near a wall, with like boards over their lap, doing like those gym class wall sits against the back to be the bench. And I'm like, no, no, I'm going. It has been a time. Goodbye. So
Bobby, I believe you were at a freak off.
That's the
No.
Diddy party, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
Was there baby oil involved?
yeah.
I didn't slip on anything, thank God. But I left
Hair his hair
before.
white though.
Oh my God, is that the origin of the white hair?
What, that I got scared so much? I got a streak of white hair in my.
Yeah, like that's
No,
your Reed Richards, you're Mr. Fantastic. That was you.
no, no. This is all natural.
Isn't
This
that
is how
isn't
I
there a
get drinks
thing?
without getting carded.
Isn't
So
there a thing where like your like a streak of your hair turns white? Because I don't know if it's like a
Trauma.
trauma, yeah, experience. That might
Oh
that
wow,
maybe that's
like
what did it.
Rogue from X-Men.
Yeah,
I
Tulsi
told him he
Gabbard,
should go full silver. I think that'd be
Silver
badass.
Fox,
what
yeah,
do you
Yeah,
think? Should I do the full silver?
Silver Fox, yeah.
yeah, commit.
Full?
It's part of
Yeah,
the
man.
band. That's a thing now. Yeah, that's yeah.
Right, you got to have your thing. You're gonna be the Silver Fox, Bobby Bones.
Why is my thing always something you came up with?
I think we all came up with it. Yeah. It was just
Yeah,
a
it's
Because we
Silver
have
well,
the
Fox.
ideas.
someone's got a thing for you, Bobby.
Your wife would love it. Silver Fox. I'm married to a silver fox.
Yeah,
I'm
would
sure
she
everyone
be
in my
cool with
life
it?
would. Probably not.
No,
What does she matter?
you like wizards, man.
Kidding.
I got a
That,
wizard costume around here
that'll be the
somewhere.
only part she actually like. She'll like somehow hit play on this, and she'll go right to that point with me saying, "What does she matter?" She'll be like, "Fuck that
Right?
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Guy's an asshole." I'm kidding.
Waiting for this band to cause an end to my marriage since day one.
Yeah, Bobby actually had his first shot with us, his first beer with us.
Oh man,
I've been fully
bad
corrupted by
news.
this
All on his,
experience.
yeah, I mean, your choice though. Like you're actually excited to try the drink your teeth in beer.
Yeah, it's cherry. It sounds fun. It sounds like you did
You
something
think he's
fun
gonna
for once.
like it, Ronnie?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Okay. It is good, yeah.
And if he doesn't like it, I'll finish it for
Right, right.
This whole conversation is like making me trying to figure out how do I make it to this show.
The
Dude, you got to.
the first time I saw a certain white drug substance,
Oh
uh,
my God.
I didn't. I saw. I swear to God, I saw someone pull it out, and I was like, "Why's that guy got pancake mix? Why's he got a bag of it?"
And he was
Oh,
dead serious
Yeah.
too. He was dead serious, thought it was that. But for this show, um, I've got actual like gamer friends flying in to come to this show. Like it's crazy.
A
Like
buddy
I'm
of mine,
shocked.
yeah, a buddy of mine lives in Danville. Maybe I'll just have to like stay in his house, bring him to the show.
What's the last show you went to?
Oh, that's a good question. It's been a minute. Honestly, it's been a minute.
So you're about due.
I am about to.
it.
Well,
And
this is your best podcast.
my wife is going to a holiday like party this weekend. So like I'm like
She owes you one.
owes me one, right?
Yeah.
And this is like an early show too, right? Like you guys are gonna be wrapped up like before 10. Is that true?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's 7 to 9:30. We get,
Mhm.
like they close at 10. We got to be out by 10. So
Well, where's the party after that? Because like I'm like Frank the Tank. Once they start going, it's
yeah.
like, you gotta.
Oh, I have to entertain my friends. I've literally have 5 or 6 friends like flying in. And my dad's coming up. So like my mom's gonna be there. So I gotta entertain the people after. I don't know where we're gonna go yet. Ronnie, where should we go?
Whatever's open
Yeah,
in
whatever.
Danville, right?
I guess. I mean, there's a couple options in Danville. Nothing too big or crazy though, but
We don't need that. We don't need that. We just need
yeah,
a
no.
place to go. Yeah, it's about an hour and 15 for me. I think it is. Hour 10.
Make that drive every
This is
week.
sound. This is
Yeah,
sounding
Bobby,
better
pick
and
him up.
better.
Yeah, I'll bring you down.
Pick them up.
I'm from New York, Scranton, so
Okay.
I
So
drive
am I.
down to Bloom for practices once a week.
Oh, yeah, okay, once a month lately.
Oh.
Yeah, just we
Oh.
haven't been practicing as much because we just got like so much going on, and it's hard for everybody to get together on one day, and so. But
Life
we had a
gets in the way.
yeah, but yeah,
Life
man, I
gets in
would
the
love
way.
to see you there, dude. That
I'd
would
love to
be
be there.
awesome.
Honestly, I swear to God, it's yeah.
I'm just gonna keep
I'll
trying
have
to
to,
convince you. I'll
I'll
be
have to
bothering
text.
you all
I'll have
week.
to text my buddy, see what he's up to, because I know he has like he might have his kids on the weekend. I gotta figure
Mm.
it out. He's probably due for a night out too, so this might be a perfect
Shit,
situation.
I'm getting nervous now. Now we're like, we got to put on a killer show now. Like,
Oh,
we
we
really got to
will.
knock it out
Yeah,
of the
well,
park.
if this happens, we're gonna do some behind like backstage, like we're gonna do video content for my pages and your
Oh yeah,
page.
hell yeah.
All right,
Oh yeah, for sure.
we gotta get this done. I don't know.
Rogan would do it.
He will. God
Oh,
damn it! God damn it! You got me.
Go down to the mothership, man.
Oh, I'm dying to.
Yeah.
I'll bring this fucking knife in.
Yeah, dog.
It's like
He
a
would
mini
love
sword,
that.
isn't it?
Rogan would love that.
Oh, I think I saw this and I was like, oh, this is probably something he has on his table.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know what you don't have? What's his name? Jamie. Like play the clip. You don't. You need
I
like,
Tim, pull
know.
it up.
hey,
Tim,
Jamie,
pull
play
it up.
the clip.
I pull it up.
You ever see
What's
a
I?
video of a gorilla tearing
You could have
apart an
done that with
octopus?
the. You could have done that with the skits. Who is calling me right now? It was like Jamie, pull up that Christmas
I
skit
know.
with
I
Bobby and
know.
him in booty shorts.
So I've been coming to a conclusion that like I need to. I mean, I love the way this kind of is because it's very free flowing. It just kind of happens as it happens. But I don't know if that's what the consumer wants, right? Who's going to listen to? We're almost at an hour and a half now. Who's going to listen to an hour and a half
Mm.
long podcast? No,
Truck
me,
drivers.
the four of us, maybe.
Yeah, I
Um,
would for
you know,
sure.
it's
Even
one
to
of
like go
those.
to sleep to it or something.
But like the average consumer is probably won't. That's why I wanted to get the important stuff up front in the first five
Right.
minutes. I wanted to kind of take care of you guys as far as like what the big news is happening. So it's like, what can I do to make this more engaging and all that kind of stuff? Because it's been 4.5 years. It's kind of been the same format for that long. What am I doing to take it to the next level? And it's kind of I'm at the point in my life now where I'm very busy. It's full-time job doing this. Kids in baseball 3 days a week. Daughter has dance. My wife is works full time, and then she also goes back to school for her MBA 2 nights a week. So schedules are hectic. So it's like, am I focusing on the right things in my life? Am I devoting my time to the most appropriate things? And unfortunately, I had to look at this and be like, is this one of them? And I want it to be, but I want it to be able to like kind of like see numbers or see at least some kind of buzz about it. So
Mm.
I'm at the point now. It's like, what do I pull the plug or do I like sit down and really figure out what works and take it to the next level? So I gotta figure out something.
Well, have you like put money into promoting it or advertising any of those stuff?
Again,
Or
no, I just it's one of those things. I need to, and I know the answer to it. So I want to take it more seriously. I want to, because I do this sincerely for guys like you. I want to introduce people to original musicians, putting the time in, recording, writing their own music, and playing the shows, all that kind of shit. Like I really that was the goal from the very beginning, is to highlight musicians and artists and entertainers, vaguely. Um, and
Appreciate it.
yeah, well, I mean, but I want it to be worth your while too. So I got to figure out like I'm having fun, right? You're having fun,
yeah,
but
that's already worth my while, dude.
is it like I want to reach more people. I want people to learn more about you guys and the people I talk to. So I gotta sit down and kind of create a strategy and help take things to the next level.
Yeah, we got to do the same thing. We've never put money into like advertising either. We're gonna, I think, try that with this album, but I mean, you do that, who knows what could happen, you know? Does this air on like what platforms will this be on?
So it's audio on, Spotify, Apple,
Okay.
Amazon, everything like that, and then video format on Facebook and YouTube.
Well, I mean, I think it's well worth our while. I had a blast, dude. I don't want it to end. I'll tell you what, you come to the show, we'll give you a shirt, a CD, a drink your teeth in beer. Now you gotta come now.
I know. I'm gonna text my buddy. I'm gonna text him see what he's up to on June 7th.
Yep.
Like I said, he might need a night
Just
out.
text them and say, hey man, you want to drink your teeth in June 7th?
Yeah, that's exactly. I'll send you the text too. I'll send you a screen grab just to see what he says.
Yeah.
I think he's due for a night out though. So he lives in Danville, so you probably Uber to and from.
Yeah, man.
Might be
Or we
might
be
be
a
a
get Bobby
blast.
to drive us all around.
What's that?
Yeah.
We
Get Bobby to drive us all
Bobby
around.
Travis? Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck.
It was funny after the show in Maryland, after the trap show. He was, I mean, we can joke about it now, but me and Bobby got into an argument bad because he's like, we just packed everything up, and he's like, "Hey, I'll go home right now. It's a 4.5 hour drive." He's like, "All right, we're gonna go
I
home
can
right
do
now.
it. I can do it if we want to go.
I can do
make
it. I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll do that shit." And I'm like, "No, no, like what? We got people to talk to and meet, and we want to hang out. We just had the night of our lives. No, we're not driving home right now. Like, my dad paid for hotel rooms. Like, that's crazy." And like we just like read each other's like seriousness and stuff, and we
Right.
just started arguing about it. So, but it's hilarious now to think of. But
He's not
I
amused.
hope Bobby's over there stupid.
He's like,
He's getting he's
This
playing
is-
with his dice. He's rolling the dice. Should I leave this man?
He's like, how do I mute him?
yeah, this is the night
Yeah.
that the kitchen teeth broke up. No release show.
Yo, that would be the worst.
If we broke up right now, we'd have to text like I think like 25 different venues about cancellation. It'd be a son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, so let's talk about. I mean,
It'd be
So-
more work to break up, so let's not do that.
yeah, don't do
Right,
that.
yeah.
We're all friends here. We're all joking, just jokes. But we're halfway through 2025. Album release comes out June 6th. Sink your teeth in. Album release show the following day, June 7th. We're appearing on PA Live on June 6th as well for the release. But we have 6 months left in the year. What does Kitchen Teeth have in store beyond the release date?
Well,
Pull up that calendar, start rattling stuff.
yeah, I know.
up.
I'm gonna see if I can remember everything though. June 14th, so the next Saturday right after, we're at Turkey Hill Brewing Company in Bloomsburg, which is cool because we like never get to play in Bloomsburg hardly, and that's where me and Ronnie live. And after that, June 18th, it's a Wednesday. We're at the Iron Fork, which is a golf course and bar in Danville. We just got that today. Ronnie and I went there last night, buzzed up off those drink your teeth ins and got us a little booking. And
And that
then
place, they're trying to get more of because there was a private club for the longest time, like they were telling us last night, and they're open to the public now. They're trying to get more people there. They're trying to bring Danville up there. So they're trying to do this like kind of like start this band thing, bands on the hill, 6 to 8. So we'll be like one of the first bands doing that. So
yeah, the bartender was like, he wants this place to be fun and cool again, and they need some like fresh blood and new stuff going on and make it fun again. So we're like, where are your guys, man? What do we got after that? Bobby, help me
July
out.
3rd. July 3rd.
July 3rd, Screentastic Spectacular.
And where's
Yeah,
that
good
at?
boy, Ronnie. Ronnie
where's-
knows.
I got the calendars.
Oh shit! Because I was gonna say usually Ronnie has no idea what's going on.
I usually don't.
Where is that?
Go ahead, Popko. What is that?
Where is that event? The Scranton Spectacular.
Yeah, right downtown Scranton. There's not like an exact address. It's just downtown Scranton.
Okay.
They do the fireworks and
Yeah,
stuff.
Right.
It's where all the statues and stuff. They shut down all the main roads.
Like the courthouse square, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. And Patrick Motto will be performing there as well. We just set up a date with Tri-Pie, but I think that's going to be in November. Tri-Pie Pizza here in Bloom, my favorite pizza. They're starting to have bands there now.
We
We've
got
got
July 18th at Klingers.
July 18th at Klingers Roadhouse here in Bloomsburg. Um, it's gonna be our first time there.
Probably gonna be
And
wild because I bartended
yeah,
10 years there. And I retired maybe 5 years ago, but I put in a good 10 years there. So I'm gonna know everybody. People are gonna get rowdy. It's gonna be a really good time.
yeah. When's the last time you played there? Because you've played there before too.
Band
I've
wise,
seen, yeah.
it's been a long time since I've
Oh yeah,
had.
you were there solo like not too long ago, but
Yeah.
God, I forgot. That seems like forever ago. Like because we weren't even doing stuff together then. Um, okay, so July 18th. What else you got there? There's still some we have the like pick dates for, but August 3rd we're going on, or no, I'm sorry, August 15th. We're playing on Main Street in Bloomsburg. It's like an artist alley, music on the avenue. Um, Tara McNish helped set us up with that. August 24th, I think we're on Pipeline TV again with Jeff Pittinger.
August
Um,
23rd.
23rd. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was the 23rd. And then
Jeff Pittinger. That sounds like a familiar name.
the band, is it White Witch, I
White
think?
Witch. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Um we went on there last year, so it'd been like in August, so it'd have been like a year from a year reunion or whatever. And then September 5th, we're at Chaco's Bowling Alley. They have a
Oh
bar in
shit.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
And September 13th, I think we're gonna try to do the block Rock God does a block party and they shut down the back street there and have vendors and stuff. So but actually this Saturday, so in two nights or 2 days, we were supposed to be at Carsonville Hotel May 24th. I mean, well, this will air after this, uh but it's looking like it's gonna rain. And then it looks like it's not gonna rain. So we actually don't even know if that's gonna get canceled yet, but they're doing like a cigar vendor event there. Um and it was going to be cool opportunity for us to go perform there, but if it rain, it was an outside thing. So if it rains, we can't do it. So
Did we hit
we're
October
winging
yet?
it. Oh, October? What's in October?
October 1st is National Raccoon Appreciation Day. I have
We
it
got
in
a
my
show for that?
I have it in my calendar for some reason, so I think that's important.
You put that in your calendar.
Yes.
Like that just wasn't there.
No, I
Is
put
it-
that in.
Okay. I guess we got to do something.
We
We'll
gotta do
play for the
something. Yeah. Make
raccoons.
a
We gotta
skit
play
or
for the
something.
raccoons.
Let's get all the raccoons out. Yeah, I'll do a skit where I'm talking to a real raccoon. We got to find one.
We're gonna
Capture
paint
one.
you up like a raccoon.
Oh, we could do that too. I already wear the eyeliner, so
Yeah, you
Anyway,
already
so
I'm
late
down.
late October, we're gonna have the Kitchen Teeth Ian's rabies benefit concert.
Yeah, I already got hit by the firework.
That's
Something's
funny.
probably wrong from that because I never went to see a doctor about that. So
That's
You don't get
funny.
I'll
rabies
get
from
bit.
fireworks.
I'll get bit by a raccoon for this band. I'll do it, man. But I think I don't think the raccoon would bite me. I think he
Starting to
would.
sound like, oh man, I'll do it.
I'll do
Yes.
it.
Rabbit
I
animal
think
bite me, I'll do it.
yeah, I think the raccoon would get along with me. I don't know. We'll see.
And then try pie on the 3rd.
No,
Right.
that got moved. That got moved.
Okay.
So yeah.
We're gonna try a little a little experimental late Friday this month.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna see if we can. Should we reveal the secret? What do you think?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I just got Danny to agree to come film it with us too.
Oh, well, I wasn't informed of this, but
It
we're
just happened right before this.
we're in a bit of a unique situation as an acoustic rock band that we can play unplugged with Cajon. It's like a box you slap.
Yeah.
We're gonna head out to a local park, probably Kirby, maybe hit Naog if this goes well at a later date. But we're gonna see what we can do with just go play outside. We got permission from the city.
Yeah.
They said we can do it, so we're just gonna show up and play and see what happens. So if not, we're just
a
practicing.
little bit.
The All American Rejects are doing something similar. I think they're just like doing like a bunch of different house parties.
Is it like are they calling it like a tiny desk thing? Is it one of those? Like I
I
see
don't.
that all the time
I
and I
didn't
get
look into
confused
it
as to what that is.
enough. Yeah, it just there's like these like a bunch of pop up shows so, like between like different cities are playing in. They're just like
Okay.
popping in and playing shows.
Yeah.
They're getting shut down by cops every now and then.
We
That's pretty wild.
talked about that might happen to us, and I'm like, well, we got to film it if it does. It'd be
Yeah.
cool. Like I love the old like skater videos, you know. But yeah, that was a Bobby idea, and just to try anything, something different that maybe not a lot of other bands are doing locally. So
Yeah.
maybe we get a crowd, maybe we don't. At least we'll be hanging out together and playing some music, which is what we love to do. So
Hey, a few
we'll
more
see.
Spotify followers, Facebook likes.
We
Who
need
knows?
that. We need YouTube. We need everything. So YouTube subscribers, Spotify followers, Facebook, Instagram, all of it, and TikTok now.
You gotta post some content though.
I know.
People get there and be like, "What the hell? There's no raccoons here."
I know. I know. We do. We do need to get a raccoon, man.
Yeah, get a pet raccoon. They're very
Yeah.
cute.
Oscar.
What?
You got a name too.
The Grouch?
No, Oscar the raccoon.
You know one already?
Yes. I've been posting about him.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I know what you're talking about. The AI raccoon for your company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's fine. I didn't know he had a name. That's cool.
We had a couple people sign up because they thought it was a real raccoon.
What?
Yeah, they thought it was a real raccoon and they signed up and then they posted about it like, well, we signed up because they got a real raccoon. They're even showing pictures of him actually eating real food.
Oh my God. That was so obviously AI to me. Like, what the heck is wrong with people, dude?
The internet can't
I
be
mean, but
trusted.
that's great though.
It's too cute to be denied. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
The internet cannot be trusted.
We got a kitchen
Especially
has to
now.
work with Oscar.
Well, hey, Kitchen Teeth, new album, Sink Your Teeth In, June 6th. PA live appearance, June 6th, WBRE, with Chris and Rachel. And then the following day at Rock God Brewing in Danville for the album release show on June 7th. Looking forward to that. I'm hoping to be there. I think we've figured out a way to make it happen.
Okay. Oh, you
looking
texted him?
forward to it.
I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he'll be up right now. He's like actually he's a neurologist. So,
Oh shit. Okay.
yeah. But he's like a fun guy. He's not like a lame-o, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to all the stuff that you guys have ahead of you. If for some reason I don't make it to Danville, I will definitely be at a show closer to here, whether it's Chaco's or the Scranton Spectacular.
Yeah.
Or I'll pop into one of those pop
In the
up
park. Yeah.
parks. Yeah, pop in the
Yeah,
park.
we got to think of like a name for it, or something. Call it something.
I was gonna say pop in the park, but that might be confused with like bullets
Yeah.
or a gun.
The desk pop.
Desk pop. Did my first desk pop. So, but guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you reached out. I really appreciate your time on a late Thursday evening. What is it? Almost 10:40 now.
Oh, my day's just getting started.
Good for you.
Ronnie's
Good
got to
for
get to bed.
I'm like way past my bedtime.
I'm gonna
Wow.
game all night and drink Red Bull and smoke cigarettes. So,
you. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
but yeah, dude, this was awesome, man. I'm glad we did this. So we appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, stick around for 2 seconds after I hit stop, and we'll
Okay.
wrap it up. But again, Kitchen Teeth, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
All right, man. Yeah, we hope to see you.
Thanks.
Later.
Thank you.